Yeah. Let's get started.
Hajime Masho.
Hajimemashou. Yes.
Oh, okay. What's up,
My
everybody?
Japanese sucks.
Welcome to VKH Live. I'm Jeff. I'm going through a little bit of delays here. I'm sorry. A little bit wiped out from the activities today, so I'm a little slower than I anticipated. So while I set up some screens, we're doing a little bit of a pre-show, and I brought a friend. I brought Winona.
Hi. I'm back.
Let me just see. Let me make sure you came through on the chat.
Did I come through?
Yes, you did.
I mean, I came through to this stream.
Yeah, man.
Come through, fam.
Yeah, come through. So, chat, what y'all think about Yoshiki? Winona, what y'all think about Yoshiki?
What do I think about Yoshiki? Oh boy. I think he's been doing a bit too much. Low key. He's been doing a lot, but it's his way of keeping himself busy while we're still waiting for the album to come out. It's like 99.9 times infinity% done.
Yeah, I would say it's a. I think the inspiration for this stream. So it came from. We get a ton of press releases. I think I said it on another stream, but we get a ton of press releases that are about Yoshiki or pertain to something about Yoshiki or X Japan, but we don't want to. They're not directly release related or performance related, so we try to space them out.
They're not directly related to something that we would put up on VKH. It's usually something that's like super off topic. Like we got a lot of press releases about the Sanrio contest with Yoshi Kitty in it, and
and we're gonna get into that.
That wouldn't float too well on our site on its own as like a news release without something that actually pertained to Yoshiki's like release being attached to it, or X Japan's release or something. Yeah, that's just an example.
But we have a ton of them, and so we figured, for those who are interested in Yoshiki, or I don't know, maybe those wondering what he's been up to, it might be good to get like a good list of them together. So we're gonna run some by you guys in chat. We're gonna talk about them, just kind of like spitball about them and see how we feel about talking about the Godfather Visual K being involved in this press event, or the drummer of the Japanese equivalent of the Rolling Stones doing the Hello Kitty competition. Like, will that make it into the listicle? We'll see. And it's not a listicle. I'm gonna do 11. Fuck off. No, I'm just kidding.
10 and 11 does not change whether or not it is a listicle, Jeff.
I thought it had to be a top 10.
It doesn't. It can be like, these 14 things may shock you. Number 12 will surprise you. Something like that.
Oh, so if there's if
it's in list form, it's a listicle. If it's in list form, it is a listicle. Listicle is list and article, Jeff.
What did you think of that that article I sent about BuzzFeed News? Speaking of listicles, did you see that?
Oh my, yeah.
They are
article about they need money, they need help, they need donations.
They are asking which is very strange because it's like we're volunteer run, and we're trying to grow out of that. But I can't imagine the backwards scenario where these guys have just been, making money. I thought they were corporate backed. But they put in this program that's like their own Patreon kind of thing, except it's more donation based. Like, it's not, it seems sketchy. It reminds me of, there was a news website that tried to get you to, you could either pay. You could either pay to like unblock a paywall, like how they've been doing, or you could give them permission to use your computer to mine Bitcoin. That one was good. I enjoyed that. Oh, are you still there?
I am.
Oh, okay. Did you miss everything I said?
I missed the second half of what you said.
Oh, okay. I was saying it's kind of, it reminds me of like a certain, I don't know what it's like to be on a backward momentum like that, but it reminds me of there was a magazine, online website, I think it was Salon or somebody, and they updated their site. Well, they downsized their corporate headquarters, and then they updated their site so that they could. It was something like you could either agree to pay like a paywall, like they were going to charge you money, or you could agree to let them use your computer to mine Bitcoin.
Oh, I remember that when you showed that to me. I was like, weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we don't do that here at VKH, guys.
We don't need to use your computer to mine Bitcoin.
Points to weirdest worst case of a company ever. We don't do that. We're not Hitler.
Yeah, that's bad.
Okay, I'm almost done, chat. Sorry about that. Do you want to read
done?
chat and see what's going on in there?
All right, chat. Chat. I will be in you in like 5 seconds.
Ooh, spicy.
Spicy. Okay, I'm in chat. What's good, chat? Someone asked, how's it going, fam? Well, now I'm back in New York. I went home after my internship ended and getting ready for school to start and for all the shenanigans to begin on Wednesday. So I have exactly 2 days to get my life together. Other than that, it's been pretty chill. I've been hibernating, trying to get healthy. See what happens. Fun fact. Jeff, did you know cockroaches bite?
What?
Yeah, they bite.
You got
my
bit.
ear got bitten. Yeah,
Your
my ear got bitten.
Ear got bitten?
Yeah.
What?
In my sleep. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right, evacuate. We're pulling you out.
No.
We're pulling you out. You're coming to Miami.
I'm coming to Miami.
Yeah.
Because cockroaches, they only come out if they think they only eat dead people, right? And when you're asleep, they think you're dead. And like, I hadn't been sleeping in my bed for like months at that point because, I was in New York. I wasn't in the DC area. And then come home, cockroach bit my ear like the first day I came back. That bite got infected, and now it's being dealt with now. But that was just awful first few days. So that was fun. Now I'm significantly healthier, but yeah, that happened. Also, all my wisdom teeth are impacted. That's fun. It was a fun 2 weeks of trying to deal with all my medical stuff, like replacing my glasses and going to the dentist to try and get an oral surgeon in time to get my wisdom teeth pulled out. Still hasn't happened yet.
You've been sorting your shit though.
Yeah, I've been sorting my health shit. I'm still trying to get the oral surgeon scheduled for me to get my wisdom teeth pulled out and just cry and eat all soft foods for like 3 days, and we'll see what happens.
You know what? I kind of have too. So
yeah,
I think we're doing good. I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna do your plank thing. I'm gonna start.
Oh, really?
Out. Yeah.
Really? Okay. I'm about.
Yeah, guys,
to
we have a
start
fitness channel. We have a fitness channel in our Discord, by the way. Kind of pertains to like cosplay or fashion. Like if you want to really look like
Get Fit TM.
What is Delta Stay? Get strong.
Strong. That's funny. Yeah, if you really wanna look like the strongest character that you're trying to cosplay, I got you.
Amen.
but I'm gonna make you run. I'm sorry.
No, running is
Sorry,
dangerous.
not sorry. Running is a full body workout.
Someone told me that if that like professional runners and stuff, like when they go to get surgery, sometimes the surgeons open them up and their organs are all like misadjusted from running. Is that a thing you have to like worry about? Like,
No, but something I have to worry about is when I go to get my blood taken, like my veins, because like athletes' veins, I guess our veins are just drier sometimes. So I have to get my arm poked around like 10 times for them to find a good vein to pool blood. One time the doctor tried to tell this really dry joke. He was like, "Oh, what happened? Did a vampire get you?" And I was like, "No, it's really lame." I was like, "No, that's not what happened." Really, I just didn't when you get the blood taken, but athletes just have a hard time getting their blood taken.
yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure.
Runners,
It seemed suspicious.
one thing for runners though is your toes. If you run for a long period of time over the years, your toes will start to cross over.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Shit's scary.
just because of the running.
All right. I gotta level with you, Winona. I just became self-aware, and we sound really high right now. So I
You
just want to
sound
remind.
really high.
I just want to remind chat that we are not. We are very straight edge people. But I'm about to
The
wrap up,
most
and
straight
we're gonna
edge.
get started. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description for people to skip this if they want, so we can jump right into it.
Okay.
Thank you for rolling with me, guys.
Although I have to warn, I just took some medicine for my ear infection, so that's not going to affect me at all.
Okay.
Unsarcastically, that's not going to affect me at all.
Oh, well then don't. Then why'd you warn?
I feel like it might, and I don't even know it. But
Oh, okay. Well, if it does, you just tap out. And
you can be like, "Well, Jeff, bye."
well, Jeff, yeah, basically.
Well, Jeff, bye.
Oh God. Yeah, so guys, I had some technical issues, and I was trying to assemble some content that was kind of all over the place, and this was all in between assembling a desk, so this could look proper. So I'm very sorry.
Wow, you have a desk now.
The rest of the streams will be on time. I have a chair too.
Hey.
Tomorrow, if after hours is a little bit delayed, that's fine. I think. I don't think anybody will hold it against us. I mean, unless they get sick of us talking about this, but in which case, yeah, we'll just bounce over to after hours. And
Looking at chat, and I think I'm trying to look at who they're responding to. They're responding to me saying that cockroaches bite. My bad. Yeah,
are they
sorry,
are
guys.
they are they like furious about that?
They're like, huh? What? Since when? That's my worst nightmare. And I'm like, yeah, it happens.
Well, it's good. This is a dangerous world. You guys gotta protect yourself.
They only bite when they think you're dead. Like I looked it up.
What?
Like,
Wait. Okay, so that raises questions.
Yeah,
Why did it bite your ear?
Because I was sleeping and it thought I was dead. So it bit my ear. Like, it just bit me. That's all I can say. It's happened before. It bit my foot.
Were you sleeping so hard, like
I was
they
in a
thought
coma.
you didn't have a
Jeff.
pulse?
Jeff, I said I hibernated. What do you want me to do? I hibernated for like a good 3 days. Like,
I didn't know
honestly.
it was like a medically accurate hibernation. Damn.
Yeah, like 2 days maybe. It was a good long sleep. I slept.
You schlepped.
I slept.
Well, we're ready to go now. We're ready to go live.
Okay.
Live and uncut. And here we go. Let's see if any more crashes happen. because that would be awful. Hey, yeah, we're good. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Welcome to VKH Live.
It your boy.
Yeah. Maybe I could just cut that whole first part out. Can I do that?
Maybe we should reintroduce ourselves before you cut that whole first part out.
Yeah, welcome to VKH Live. I'm your host, Jeff DeWitt. We are here today for, well, it was called one thing, but we got a better name for it. It's YoYo's Bizarre Adventure. So, as we just may or may not have just said, Yoshiki has been on quite the many adventures over the last few months, and so we're putting together an article for it, but we wanted to run it by you guys, and we wanted to run specifically we wanted to run the all the different scenarios and see like what you think of any of them, like just kind of see, it's the it's like the country whose music we like, they're godfather of like a whole movement. He does a whole bunch of crazy stuff, so that's kind of rare.
Well, they're the ones that he's the one who kind of spearheaded the visual K movement and like made people think twice about how they represent themselves in Japan, because it was to fight Japan's traditionalist ideologies and all that stuff. So yeah, like much respect to Yoshiki. Just there's a lot going on and we can't always keep up with it, and this is probably the best way we can do it.
So we got many press releases courtesy of Residence Media. Do we want to go backwards to forwards, or
let's see. That's a good question. Hey, chat, do we want to go backwards to forwards?
All right, I'm going to go backwards.
Do we want to start with the freshest stuff and go to the oldest stuff?
I'm going to start with January. So
start with January.
To get all the way back there. I would like to point out while I pull this up in the other window, I'm quite happy that VKH Press Yoshiki, first thing that comes up is this picture. This is my favorite picture of Yoshiki and Marilyn Manson. He's cheesing with the peace sign, and Marilyn Manson is in full-on derp mode.
It's derp. Lead derp.
Derp squad. And I'm just thoroughly amused by it. It's very fun. So
it's great.
And that was the best part was that article went viral. So that's
that image went viral.
That's the one.
That's the one that was all over Facebooks.
You're welcome, everyone. That was us.
Twitter. We did it.
We did it. It was our plan all along.
No.
I went too far. I time warped across the Residence Media website. My bad. Okay, May 9th, 2017. Nope. June 24th, 2017.
It's none of those. Wow.
January 31st. Okay, here we go. We're coming back. What date is this? December 14th. Okay, that's just a little bit out of range. All right, we'll start with January 2nd, man.
Wow, right out the box.
Right out the box. Before I do that, let me check out chat and see what they're up to. See if anybody had anything to say about all of Yoshiki's activities. Anybody have any favorites or anything like that? So, when is this Yoshiki X Manson thing coming out? Apparently, it's coming out on the album, I think.
Yeah, it's out. It's gonna be on the album.
Yeah,
it's gonna be another super secret Yoshiki exclusive project like Yoshiki and Hyde, and then confuse us all.
Yeah. So, it's actually not quite super TBD, Asuka, like the X album, which is also not super quite TBD. Yoshiki kind of gave an interview in Consequence of Sound back in May that a lot of us reported on, that he basically said, he said it was coming out in the fall, sometime in the fall, and Marilyn Manson would be on
website. Yeah, the Grammys website also put it up on there that it was coming out in the fall too.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kimiko's like,
Believe it when you see it, right?
What year of fall? She says. Yeah, that's what.
Year
That's
of
that's what
fall?
you said. I think actually. Oh man.
Yeah, it was like fall, but what year? Yeah.
This is why I was asking. I wanted, I wanted all sides. Wow. Yeah, you guys are really upset about the cockroach thing.
Yeah, I told you, man. They were just like, what?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they'll go at your face and your fingers. Just so you know.
You know what I noticed since I got on this carnivore diet? Like all I have in my house is meat. No ants. They're all gone. Everything's gone. All the ants are gone.
No ants.
Seriously, there's not any sugar in my house. Like there's no sugar in any fruit. There's no sugar in it. There's no carbs in my house.
Jeff, don't just eat meat, please.
No,
don't do that.
No, I have to.
No, don't. You're gonna die.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna die so young, Jeff. Jeff, you're gonna die so young. Please.
I'm absolutely not. I'm absolutely not. I'll show you. I'll get you woke on the carnivore question.
No, I don't. I don't want a carnivore diet.
But I do, and I don't want. Yeah, but I do, and so I don't want to hear this every stream.
Jeff, you're gonna die.
Oh my god.
This is the only time I'm gonna tell you you're gonna die so young. But yeah, I'm just gonna be like, wow, Jeff, you've only got like 5 days to live every time I look at you.
Oh yeah, is that it?
You're like, wow, you're gonna die in like 5 years. So sad.
Yeah, so sad.
Yeah.
I will show you the test on stream, and I will rub it in your face.
Oscar says you talked about it on
Give me
Twitter.
6 months.
You're gonna die so young. Did you not see the joke on Saturday Night Live when they made when they were like, yeah, this weekend update, like this dude just ate an all potato diet, and he died.
Okay, so
that was the whole thing.
The reason that I am doing it is because it is an elimination diet. I don't recommend it to anybody. I don't endorse it for anybody. I am doing it because the medical system has failed me in every other way to fix certain autoimmune disorders. So I am barking up a tree on this one. And this one seems to work because there's certain people with autoimmune disorders that it's like, we did studies. If they fast, they get better. Well, they can't be allergic to everything. Well, they might just be allergic to most things. And a lot of people have found that the one thing they're not allergic to is meat. So they cut all the way down to that, and then they start adding everything else back in. So that's what I'm doing. That was more to the chat than anything else because I was alarmed by the level of concern that just came out of the chat. Like, no.
I'll believe it when you add everything else back in.
It's probably because we're talking about Yoshiki. Speaking of people that push themselves.
Well, I just got a news update that's not Yoshiki related, so I'll just hold on to this for another time. It'll be a real fun fact. If anyone follows me on Twitter, they'll find out what it is, though.
Yeah. Okay. Press release. Yoshiki surpasses worldwide audience with Kohaku drum performance.
Oh,
yay, nay?
Yeah, that's right. That's him playing the drums again.
Okay. Yoshiki, leader of X Japan, made his return to the drums during a live television broadcast on New Year's Eve, shocking the audience of the popular Japanese television program. Okay, Kohaku Uta Gassen.
No, I think the thing about that was that it was after his surgery, because he had another surgery.
Just over 6 months after his surgery. Yeah, speaking of taking care of yourself.
Yeah, like he doesn't rest. That's the main issue, because he gets the surgery, right, and then he just go right back into headbanging and doing the thing that caused him to slip a spinal disc in the first place and lose all feeling in his left hand. But he's just doing him at this point. I don't even know. Because he had that surgery. And what I remember is that surgery was an emergency emergency surgery too. Like they put him in a helicopter to get him to the hospital.
Oh God.
And then he had the surgery, and then he just didn't. Just comes back drumming like nothing happened. Well, I wouldn't say like nothing happened. All the press releases say what happened, but
Yeah, and you're filled in on Dadaroma's drummer leaving, right, Yusuke?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've been keeping up with news.
I don't know, man. It's an interesting influence to have like the legendary rock star like is the guy who will just keep drumming until like his arms
until he dies.
Yeah.
No, not
as
even
opposed
if his arms fell off. He'd find a way.
As opposed to what Yusuke is doing, which is perfectly rational and reasonable, and every fan is like supporting it. Like
it's also what you did in Matt Turner Opera. Like he's retiring because he has so much pain in his hands. Whereas with Yoshiki, he's just like, play through the pain until I don't feel it anymore. And now I just can't feel his So, I don't even know. Seriously, I just can't feel his hand. So, I don't even know. Like, yeah, the legendary, the one that the guy that everyone idolizes is just fucking insane. While everyone else is trying to take care of their bodies and playing to what they think is their limit, and then Yoshiki is just breaking past those limits no matter what his doctors tell him. So
chat says maybe if you wear a neck collar. Yeah, that fixes everything.
That's what though.
That's what I read.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so with only half a year past having since surgery, Yoshiki was still not completely used to his artificial invertebral disc. Oh God, that hurt to read. However,
no, yeah, that's so serious.
After his doctor told him that performing on drums shouldn't be a problem if it's just one song, he decided to make his drumming return on New Year's Eve. Well, it couldn't be said that his drumming was back to perfection yet. Well, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yoshiki was destined to do his best in his current condition, practicing all night the day before in preparation.
They said just one song, and he said, okay, I'm going to play that one song 1,000,000 times.
Yeah. And I guess it looks like Toshi was there with him. So.
Of course. That's his best friend.
Yeah. Okie dokie. All right. Let's oh no, I hit back. I didn't mean to hit back.
Jeff ruined it.
Jeff ruined it. Hashtag Jeff knew. Jeff knew. Where is? I have too many windows open. Sorry. Oh God.
I do the same.
Damn it. Where do you... Oh, God. Talk to chat again, please.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
unacceptable.
So, is everyone up to date with what's happened to Yoshiki's spine and how that happened or when that happened? Several years ago. I don't know if like all fans know just how long that injury has been. What's the right word for this? How long the injury's been with him?
Wrecked.
But no. I think I don't think it's been healed either, because it's like he's had that issue for years, and it only gotten worse. And I think that this surgery is just like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Like, I don't know exactly how much good it's gonna do for him as a performer, but we'll just have to see just how far he pushes himself this time, I guess. Let's see. I'm also gonna pull up these press releases.
Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I lost my place, so I'm racing back through.
No, I'm about to pull them up and stuff too.
Boy, oh boy. kind of fumbling at the finish line here tonight. That's okay.
That's the worst time to fumble. No, actually, what a terrible time to fumble is.
No, I don't need it. I don't need any of that the hard on yourself athlete stuff in my life, man. I will shut down.
You will shut down.
I will shut down. I can't take it. All right. January 5th, X Japan returns to USA for Coachella debut. I think everyone's clued in for Coachella. If not, check out our stream.
No, we reported on Coachella for that.
We did.
Everybody did. Viral. Yeah, because everyone was like, "What? LOL?" Because metal band at Coachella. But the main thing about that was like they had the headliners. Sure, yeah, they were headlining at Coachella, but then stage opposite was Beyonce, and that was always a fun.
Actually,
I'm
pretty
conversation
sure
to have with people.
I'm fairly certain that there's a press release that highlights that fact.
Is there? I don't think it was a press release. I think it was a live report that was sent to us.
Oh, okay.
Because we also get live reports, but like, you know how I am publishing other live reports that are mass produced and not exclusive. So
is that a thing? Oh, like from freelancers?
No, freelancers is fine, but when it comes from like PR, it's a live report issued as a press release, so then it's going to be published everywhere, and it's the same thing, so everyone ends up having the same thing, and it doesn't really. It's not. I don't know what the point of it is. It's not exactly a news release, and it's not really a review. You know, I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah,
it's just not.
Well, it's
a real opinion.
It's spun. It's
Yeah.
You know.
I don't like those. I personally don't like to publish those. So.
Yeah, I think if you look up, I was gonna see if it falls under. So information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular cause or point of view. That's the definition of propaganda. You know, it's like it gets a little.
Is this not Yoshiki propaganda?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It seems pretty fair so far. Like, they didn't say he like. They're not doing the North Korea thing where it's like he 6 months after drumming, he broke the world record for fastest drum set, and you know, like this and that. And I don't think it's propaganda. There's advertising and then there's propaganda. It's a very thin line though, you know.
It is.
Yeah. Too deep for me. Or 5
Too
me.
deep for me.
2 deep, 5 me.
3 deep, 5 me.
Is that what it is?
3 deep, 5 me.
I see. Okay, so yeah, I guess let's see what else there are.
I can't even log in. This is ridiculous.
Yoshiki returns to Russia for WeRX premiere events. This is where I first found out about the Marilyn Manson working on a song thing that we put out. I found this interview, I think.
No, I found that interview and sent it to you.
Did you?
It was like first I found a weird upload because I found it in the interview and I was like, what? And then I found an upload where they talked about it, but it was like an old upload on the channel, on Yoshiki's channel.
Oh yeah, I remember. I looked.
And then we started gathering information.
I looked up the Russian thing, and then you were like, "Yeah, I already sent that to you."
Yeah.
I did look for it because I was like, "What else is there?" But I missed I think I missed your message or something. But yeah. So you were all over that. You caught that. What was? That was a thumbnail. That was a thumbnail. Right. That was great. Chad will appreciate this.
Yeah, there was a thumbnail that I was like, Jeff, we need to use this thumbnail.
Wait a minute. Yeah. It's. Let me see if I can.
It's somewhere in our Facebook Messenger.
Well, it's also straight up the thumbnail of his YouTube video.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like it was like Yoshiki. What we came up with at that moment was that Yoshiki left all these Easter eggs that nobody really picked up on until until like this year.
Here it
It
is.
was really funny.
Look at that. We are X Premiere. Um, Let me open the image in a new tab. There we go. That's Marilyn Manson talking. We wrote a song together. We're gonna finish it together. Bam! Look at that. Look at that. That was 7 months ago,
just like,
dude. Like, yeah.
I was
We were
like,
like,
wait, what? And
what?
then I did some research, and I was like, Jeff, look. We were like, oh.
I guess my main role was just to confirm that you weren't crazy, because God, like I would have thought I was crazy. Like, it's just like it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
No, I never said it was conspiracy. I was
Or
like,
it's
yo,
like
they're writing a song together.
It's a secret. They're reaching out to us. Yeah, so
It's some secret. It's right there on the freaking thumbnail.
I mean, I was quite happy with the number of views that secret got us. You know. So.
Yeah, I think around that time was like other big secrets that were dropped, but
Man,
yeah, good times.
that was pretty. That was pretty funny. It was like, it was pretty interesting.
Old news.
Asuka says propaganda isn't the right word. Okay.
Propaganda is the right word. Okay. Okay.
Personal bias. I don't know. Client bias. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think it's even. I think it's enthusiasm.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's like.
It's okay. It's just a lot of it isn't. There's just a lot of stuff that isn't relevant to what our readers look for when we publish things.
Yeah, but that stuff that we get, if it comes from like the promoter, it's relevant to their interests, so that's why it's in there.
Yes, yes, which makes sense. Yes.
Yeah, but it's obviously it's a problem. For readers don't like it. But yeah, so that was the tie to Russia. Oh, don't clip that.
Russia. There is no collusion.
Tie to Russia. This is the tie to Russia.
There's no collusion.
I found it. Where else? Where else do we go?
Yo, my internet is mad slow, so this is sad. This is really sad. Oh God.
Oh, it was back here, right? Nope.
Maybe. Okay, YouTube.
I am hyper disorganized. Okay, we're gonna start picking up steam now. I'm
let's do the thing.
I'm catching my second wind here. But yeah, so we got 23rd. Now we're gonna go back a little bit. Let's see.
How many press releases did we get in the last 8 months?
Oh, plenty. Can I get it through by artist this way? I may have. Yes. I may have found it. Yes. All right. Here we go. Okay. We're at March, now we're at December. February. Aha. Okay. Cool. I got them in a better order now. All right. You ready to go? You ready to go rapid fire? Now we got a couple.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's do the thing.
So we got. Man, the press release is really pick up. Yeah, it's in 2017, I see. Someone said in chat, by the way, I think I think Coachella was a turning point for Visual K, or turning point in VK for them.
No. It wasn't really a turning point for VK. People walked away from Coachella not knowing who they were. It says in VK for them. I was just curious what you meant by that, Kimiko. Like if that was them taking an extra step outside of the bubble, a little too far, little too much, like, you know. It was a step in the right direction, but they went too far. Is what I would say. Like the idea of bringing Japanese rock in general to a music festival and bringing VK to a music festival is great, but bringing it to Coachella, like, yes, it's a big scale festival, but their brand and their sound don't mix well with the brand and sound that's expected of Coachella. Mm-hmm. And so the audience that Coachella brings in would not generally enjoy what X Japan has to offer. That's why, like, when you saw the fans at the festival, they were all like already hardcore X Japan fans because they went there expecting X Japan and expecting like heavy metal and power metal, all that stuff that X has to offer. But people who went to Coachella went for like the Beyoncés of the world and the Tyler, the Creators, and all of that. So if X Japan were to do a festival again, it should be a rock festival, just a large scale rock festival first. Yeah. And build more popularity because they aren't as popular here as they are in Japan. It would have worked well in a place, and maybe because of their popularity in Japan, but their popularity here isn't as grand. Ironically enough, the largest rock band that was there was Greta Van Fleet. So I guess rock music works if they're copying your dad's music, and that's all they'll accept. If they're big enough. So all that says is like lots of gatekeepers. You know, it's like this doesn't sound like the regular rock and roll. Like, it's a little. That's what that says to me. It's like, look, it's either the stuff that I know is rock and roll or this new weird trash that I hate but the cool kids like. So the young kids like, and they pay me money for it. So new weird trash. That's the Coachella EDM. So much of that EDM was cringe, man. Speaking of someone who listens to other genres. That's another thing. Coachella is weird EDM, and then you put X Japan in the middle of it. Well, because it started with like, oh, we're a rock band, like Coldplay, we're a rock band, and then their music is like. But X Japan. Nah, but with X Japan, it started we're a rock band and ended with we're still a power metal band, and that doesn't. Just even that trajectory doesn't work with Coachella. I mean, it was great. Times like that. That was great. It went viral because Coachella. But like, I guess they did. If you take a step back and just look at it. Yeah, sorry. If you take a step and just take a step back and look at it for what it is, it's like they weren't. You just look at the bigger picture. Like the big picture. What were they going to do ultimately? They headlined at Coachella, but what was their goal outside of that? Tell more people about X Japan. People ended up walking away from there still not really knowing who they are, other than that they played at the stage behind them. So I don't know. I think they were. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I mean, I think they were just honestly, like everything I've seen is that the your first few shots you get at the music industry suck. You know, I think they benefited as best as they could because they did get some articles written about them by those niche places in the media where it's like, you know, covering them like a blast from the past, like a time long gone, and you know, but these guys are still around and they've been in another country, and our rock's dead, but these guys are, you know, trying to bring it back. So, you know,
That's
here
true.
we are. They got a few of those.
They got a lot of media attention, definitely. Like,
I think
Billboard talk about them.
the first thing, like that's just another thing to like put in the press release and just bombard like the Western media with it, honestly, like which I don't blame them in the slightest. Like I know we were talking about, we get a lot of press releases, but honestly, you should like if they're just like firing these press releases, like, you know, like machine guns at the Western you know, music media companies, then like fine, more power to them, because it's like it's gonna take that much for them to listen, you know.
Yeah, the Western. No, yeah, that makes sense for other media. Just like the way we're structured is different because we have a different kind of audience. Firing them away at bigger media who have a bigger audience or a more open-minded audience who they need to constantly like spoon feed information to keep them engaged. That's kind of
Plus, when you think about what a lot of that media has become, you know, I would almost argue it's a mistake for Japanese bands to try and get try and favor the Western publications over like the Western publications that cover Eastern music, because I mean, Western publications that cover Western music, it's not a lot of. I mean, look at Rolling Stone, man. I'm pulling it up right now. The Triumph of Stephen Colbert, Aretha's Funeral, like they're a boomer magazine. This is what my mom was watching on NBC. You know, like the other day.
Oh, you mean like their audience is for older people?
Yeah, well that, and it's like music magazine in name only. You know, like Harry Potter at 20, artist reviews, tattoos, tears, tour stories inspired by the Wizarding World. Well, here's an article about Sia. That's a music artist. How Rake learned to stop worrying and love reggaeton. Study finds people with schizophrenia more likely to smoke weed. Oh, here's music. Oh, they have a music section now. I see. And they have a politics section. I love hearing politics from metalheads or from hipsters. TV reviews. Great music magazine. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, the only point I'm making is that it's like, you know, the average hype machine, you know, in our country is very oversaturated and easily distracted. So like,
no, there's also Billboard and Metal Hammer. Well, Billboard's a better example for that.
Yeah, those
more
guys
broad
are
in the music realm.
Those guys are pretty good. Maybe.
But also Loudwire is getting pretty dry.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What about what is it? Alt press?
Alternative press?
Yeah, alternative press.
They're doing fine. There's plenty of alternative music for them to cover. Like it's not like alternative music is dead per se for them. They kind of pick up indie bands that they like here and there and start covering them.
Okay, so that's not a brand name. They're like really, you know, they think about what alternative music is, and they go after specific artists. Okay.
No, yeah, they go after specific artists because they're also actually still a magazine. They still have physical releases, so they're really dedicated to the art, is what I can say.
Here's a weird press release. So February 15th, 2018, but it was X Japan named SSE Wembley Arena's top concert of 2017.
Oh, yeah, because they had the most.
Over 1 million votes cast. So I guess they still know how to mobilize their audience.
Oh yeah, definitely. Every time they have an online contest on anything, they always win.
36% of the public
Especially
vote. So
no, it's also especially if you can vote multiple times a day,
oh,
or if you can vote multiple times in the session of the voting.
the old K-pop fan trickery.
They'll vote once a day thing, and then you get your dedicated
I guess it's not. I
fans
guess
to
it's
vote
not
every
K-pop.
day.
I guess it's like In Sync was like where that started,
In the
right?
thing,
Wherever
the
MTV.
boy band, the old boy band trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta.
So yeah, that's a good example of that, I guess. I don't want to dwell on any of these too long. 10th anniversary of reunion premium gigs. Do you know a lot about this?
Please repeat.
X Japan announces 10th anniversary of reunion premium gigs.
No, I don't know about this.
X Japan announces 10th anniversary of reunion premium gigs. Special pre-Coachella concerts at Zepp Diver City in Tokyo will feature guest guitarists like Richard Fortus from Guns N' Roses and Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit. That's where they came from in the live stream. The Coachella performance when we watched it live. Do you remember that?
Well, yeah, I remember
Like,
when we watched the Coachella performance live.
Limp Bizkit guitarist came like out of nowhere, and we were like, "Where did he come from?"
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. They had performed with them. They came over to the States. I guess, yeah. Looking for the hot ones. Looking for the weird ones, or the ones that X Japan partners with Ellie's Grammy Museum for We Are X screening.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah. I need to go back down here. Let me know if this is giving you nausea, chat. I'll scroll off screen. Okay, now we're back down at the bottom. See, where I'm missing a gap is like the end of the summer, because I got just rocked with focusing on everything else. So that is, okay, April 11th, that's a Coachella. X Japan makes epic debut at Coachella 2018. Did we ever read like what their press release was for it? So this was kind of like the more official stance, I guess. Yes, we did read this. Winona, you're gonna find this interesting if you're still there. They've said tin can stream for Winona a couple times. Danny Wimmer is awesome guy for making awesome festival. Sorry, side talk. Oh, talking about bringing X Japan to Rockville or Fort Rock. Yeah, Kimiko sent me that guy's Facebook. If we want to reach out to him, maybe try and get him on a stream. Ask him what we can do to get more Japanese bands over at his festivals.
Which guy?
The guy that runs, I think it's the guy that runs Fort Rock and Rockville. I have to check my messages, but she was like, she identified him for me. No, I don't need the link again. I'm just I've been very, very, very slow at moving with these things, and when I message important people like that, I like to be in a clear state of mind. But yes, thank you for that. Let's see. All right, you want to hear this, Winona?
Shoot.
X Japan made their Coachella debut on April 14th. Yoshiki's first major concert on drums since the band headlined SSE Wembley, etc., etc. This is a quote from Lindsay Parker of Yahoo Entertainment. There was some perfect Beyonce counter-programming in the form of X Japan, the only metal band of the entire otherwise largely rock-free weekend. Playing their first U.S. gig since the 2014 Madison Square Garden, immortalized in their rockumentary We Are X, the Japanese glam legends performed a pyrotechnic, utterly unsubtle set featuring... utterly unsubtle. I might steal that. Featuring band leader Yoshiki playing a crystal piano while joined by Limp Bizkit's Wes Borland, Guns N' Roses' Richard Fortus, and in a different sort of reunion, the holograms of the band's two deceased members, Hide and Taiji. The adjective epic very much applied to their ferocious, face-blasting show. Damn Lindsay Parker at Yahoo Entertainment. A masterful rock and roll performance, Brett Callwood, LA Weekly. Here's Rolling Stone, actually, from their article, The 18 Best Things We Saw at Coachella, Weekend 1. X Japan landed in the Mojave tent to deliver on the flash and melodrama that has made them hugely popular across the globe. There were hard rock explosions and teary ballads. Jade began with the speed metal riff and geysers of pyro, then shifted into an emotional glam melody and lyrics sung in English. The star behind the drums and piano was band mastermind Yoshiki, shirtless and wearing a leather neck brace. He ended the night with the band's traditional show of unity, shouting, "We are, we are," and the followers responded with the rousing of XX. So, they're all being pretty friendly. Like, I think it was so different that it's, and there wasn't anything else to compare it to. That, I don't know what we were expecting, from the media at the time. Like, if they were going to get torn apart or or just not torn apart, but like if they were going to get like a lot of crap talked about them or dismissed. Like, what is this band doing here?
I highly doubt that they would have gotten crap talked about them.
Or just ignored,
can you hear me?
Is the worst part. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah, I accidentally muted myself for a second there. Yeah, I don't think they would have gotten crap talked about them because, like, ignored maybe, but like crap talked about them. Nah, they're very charismatic and really good on stage, and Coachella was like a great stage for them to perform on and showcase that fact. But the concern was like, would they draw an audience? Would they get attention? But given their connections now, I guess it wouldn't be too much of a concern. Like, they were able to get the coverage they needed to get their name even more out there and continue to build on where they were. But I just don't. It's just, Coachella was really just a place to say that they played at and played on the same stages as these other people and headlined against Beyonce and all that.
I mean, that's how I've used it to set it in contact with. Oh, sorry. Resume builder, exactly. I mean, that's how I've used it. I've used it in context to describe to people like how big of a deal they are. Yeah, it's one of those where you're like, oh yeah, like they did this, like they played at Lollapalooza, they played at Madison Square Garden, they played at Coachella this year. I guess they're doing us a favor. Like, this is an easier way to relate us, the foreign band, that is actually a big deal, to your ignorant American brothers and sisters. It's like, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, they're the one band that I could like talk to like my mentors about and be like, they do X, Y, and Z, and then like because they're signed to Sony and stuff, like they all knew who they were and saw the documentary, and it's easier to connect with people about them. So they're definitely a band that's easier to talk about to foreign people overseas than most other rock bands are. Mostly, I guess, because of the English lyrics in their songs, too. That definitely helps when you try to show the band to them. So, and interviews in English, all that stuff. You can tell a lot about the underlying the underlying like moods and like habits of someone in a country by like the kind of music they listen to. So like like Americans, it's and it's everybody for the most part. It's if it's in a different language, 95% of people, like, they'll let the genre die before they go and like really like get invested in like a foreign language music. So I guess maybe that has to do with like the strongly identifying with, like the lyrics and stuff. I mean, it's like Radiohead, it's Creep, like that kind of stuff. But yeah, at the same time, it's a big challenge, because it's like that's what I was watching a Japanese YouTuber, and he was like kind of like giving tips on like how to start thinking about speaking Japanese versus speaking English. And he was talking about how the reason that it seems so difficult for a lot of Japanese people to speak English is because they have to rewire their brain to speak directly and not like indirectly, And
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
sounds about right.
I don't think it's an accident that it's like our biggest rock and metal songs. It's like, get up, come on, get down with the sickness, let the bodies hit the floor. And then, in Japan, where the language is built all on indirectness and metaphors and all kinds of stuff like that, at least from what I can tell on the outside, you get a lot of this music that's like getting people hooked on it, even though they don't understand what it's saying. It's implied. So you can kind of
Everything's implied in Japanese.
Yeah. So
That's,
we need
that's the whole.
Yeah, we should need to. That's always, I think that's always been a problem for Americans, is we get very dense, so we miss like certain like things, like in Miami, like the I'd say like the Latin population here is very savvy on like social norms, like and social things that are going on. You can have an entire conversation with somebody without like talking to them, so. Kimiko says, "What the fuck is this to non-J-Rock fans?" I don't know. I'm gonna get it. Speaking of non-J-Rock fans, though, I'm gonna get into video editing at some point. I mean, I have to for the podcast to get the rest of the podcast up on YouTube. But at some point, I wanna make a video based on our crash course in Visual K, and just kind of have it up there. It's like a now this video or whatever for. Maybe not now this. Maybe a little longer than that, but like. But we'll do more streams for non-J-Rock fans.
Figured out what's wrong with my Wi-Fi. Oh my god.
Yeah, what are you doing over there? You like installing like a?
No,
are you just running
computer...
around connecting wires to desperately try to stay connected to the internet for the stream?
I'm like desperately trying to keep my computer, my phone charged, and trying to get my computer to work with me so I can sign in with Microsoft and then possibly connect to this phone call surreptitiously, and then just switch my headphones and then plug my phone into charge while I'm on the computer, because new iPhones don't have a freaking headphones jack and the lightning cable at the same time, so I can't do both. So bear with me.
Yeah, so you're on the move. Sounds like
I'm still moving in.
Because you were literally moving in, yeah. So
I was literally moving in today, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, it's fine.
This is June 11th. Press release: X Japan featuring Hyde to perform Attack on Titan season 3 opening. So here's something that bugs me about this. Attack on Titan season 3. By the way, again, I said it on another stream, but if I'm logged in and you see like my history, I follow every single political ideology and I watch internet drama, so it's all fighting and craziness. So just you can ignore some of that.
Jeff, I'm switching devices.
You're switching what?
Devices.
Devices.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna call back in.
Yeah. 1 second.
Where is the Jeff? None of us are going to judge your history. Okay. Oops. You back?
I'm here. Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
hey. I mean, I say it every time, just in case. You never know. All it takes is I don't like having misunderstandings that are unnecessary. So, is this the official subtitle trailer for Attack on Titan? I'm gonna pull up my problem with this.
What's your problem with the Attack on Titan? I haven't seen the new season yet, by the way. Anxiety.
I've seen the opening song, and I sent you a screenshot.
I've heard the opening song because Spotify made me.
Did you see that? Did you? Okay, so here's the thing. Let me
live react to Attack on Titan opening song about to happen.
No, it's up on Funimation. You can just get the.
No, I know. I'm about it. It's also I have Verve. I don't have Funimation.
This is season 2. I'm sorry, guys.
You need season 3. I'm gonna go on Verve and look at it.
Take a screenshot of the artist credits for the song.
Oh, you're gonna talk about that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you.
I sent you one, but it's low. It was low quality.
No, we talked at length about this. I remember this was problematic for all of us.
Okay. X Japan featuring Hyde to perform Attack on Titan season 3.
You see that?
Huh?
No, I mean chat.
Yeah.
they saw it. You're telling them about that. Gotcha.
Yeah, X Japan featuring Hyde. I'm reading the press release. Or I'm going through the press release. So X Japan's Red Swan has been chosen as the opening theme for season 3. The new song featuring Yoshiki's first ever collaboration with vocalist Hyde from Larkin CL. I'm a little confusing here. Was announced at Anime Expo at the season opener's world premiere screening. Red Swan is also an unreleased original piece of music written by Yoshiki himself for Attack on Titan, and is X Japan's first new song to be released in a year and 4 months, following La Venus acoustic version. This is Yoshiki's second contribution to an anime soundtrack this decade, following 2014's Hero. From the animated film Saint Seiya: Legend of Sanctuary, Yoshiki has previously appeared on stage with Hyde.
Got it. Okay.
Etc. So here's the thing. Asuka's saying, like in chat, for example, Asuka's reaction was, it's Yoshiki featuring Hyde, right? But it is actually an X Japan song from everything we understand. The confusing part is that it's distributed, it's being marketed on Yoshiki's website.
I'm about to send Jeff a screenshot of this.
Yeah,
so that you can show it.
If you go to find this on Apple Music, you will. All they have is the TV edit version.
Yep.
And that is. I'm trying to grab the link real quick. That is under Yoshiki's name as an artist. Let me see if this loads. Featuring Hyde, Yoshiki.
Sending you the screen.
Only song, actually. Although, well.
On that thing, yeah. It's just supposed to be a teaser. What I'm surprised about, I guess, is how fast that song was produced from its announcement, given the timeline of how Yoshiki typically produces songs, but it's not the full song, so I'm not surprised on that, because what I think it was that when it comes to anime production companies, they're on a schedule. So songs will get rushed before their actual release date. and that rush causes a force of a faster production and different editing into different productions. So when you get to the song, once it's officially released by the band and it's on the album and it's on their singles, it sounds totally different than it was in the anime. So because of
Yeah.
that different production, it's like it just changes things. So I am imagining that that TV release version is the only version we're gonna get for a while until Yoshiki thinks that the release is like perfect and ready to go out as the full song.
So then at that point, would it change from what I'm looking at on the screenshot right now, which is Yoshiki featuring Hyde, and then every single different kind of credit is Yoshiki? At that point, it would have run it through like the rest of his process, and it would become a true Extra Pan song at that point, and it comes out on the album.
No, I think it would still all have Yoshiki's credit, but it'll still no, it's still all gonna have Yoshiki's credit. Let's be real. Will it
Well,
be
nobody
an
watching
song?
nobody watching the anime is like knows it's an Extra Pan album
Of
or
course
song.
they don't. Like, of course they don't, because it's just Yoshiki and Hyde as far as we're concerned right now. Because those are the only two people who have the time to work on it because of the time constraints. Will it become an extra pan song? Who knows? Depends on whether or not it appears on the album. If it doesn't, then what are they gonna do? What else would Yoshiki do with this song? Like, the only way that the song will be fully released is if it ends up on the Extra Pan album or Yoshiki makes a whole new album. But he's trying to put all his time into the Extra Pan album, so why not add this bonus song into it that also features Hyde and make more money?
Yeah, I guess he hasn't locked in that. Wait. Hold on. Got it. This is
It
Yoshiki's
might.
second contribution to an anime soundtrack this decade. Blah blah blah.
No, you know what I
Uh,
think is going to happen? I think what will happen is what we hear as piano is just the melody, and that'll all be replaced by the instrumentals.
okay. But Red Swan is their first attempt at collaborating on a piece of music, and the song is also a contender to appear on X Japan's upcoming album, the band's first studio release in 22 years, which includes other international artists such as Marilyn Manson. A contender. It got me. It got,
So,
got me. Got me. Got me.
so maybe it
I'm
might be on the album.
fair enough.
So I'm right. It
Fair
might.
enough. I could have read closer, I guess.
All my hypotheticals were right. It might be on the album. It might not be on the album.
I won't say anything. I'll just, I'm in a small box on the screen. Just, I won't say anything.
It's it is what it is. It's Yoshiki featuring Hyde right now. Will it be Extra Pan featuring Hyde? That'd be dope.
I think it would be dope if they have they
Keep
talked
Hyde. I
about
don't.
have
I
they
feel like they might just fully drop Hyde and put Toshi on vocals.
oh um
Just saying.
sorry, you said they were dropping Hyde, putting Toshi on vocals.
No, I said they. I
You
feel
might.
like if they were to make it a full Extra Pan song, they'd either they'll put Toshi in there on vocals somewhere, some way, somehow, kind of like how Crossfaith did with Masato, and or they just fully drop
Oh,
Hyde and
on
just
on
put
the
it.
Numb cover.
Yeah, or they
Good
just
call.
fully drop Hyde and put Toshi fully on vocals because Toshi is the vocalist. So
That's a pretty good call. They, by the way, they kind of did just kind of subbed him in for
Mhm.
um, it. It wasn't like only he could do it. And you know where
Mhm.
else? You know where else that happened was on Destroy, featuring that rap group Horror.
Mm.
Um, the Crossface vocalist has got good enough rough and rhythmic vocals that he can rap all his own. He could have taken over the second verse from those guys, but I think those
Mm.
guys contributed heavily to like the crazy kind of electronic sound because that's what they're known for, from my understanding. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see like if it's like can he just be swapped out for.
It's like, can we really go double platinum with no features?
I mean, when you're writing songs that I guess are interchangeable, like fit interchangeable people,
Yeah,
does it
and
even count at that point if there's no features? Like, Did you just write an album, an ideal platinum album? Is that the true art? Is that the true art? Is the See, this is why I always I always thought like the Grammys for like top 40 music should go to the people that wrote the songs, like, because it's like the same 8 people, and they're geniuses. They've made people a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Obviously, it
there's
gets
a lot
more
of
complicated
people.
with more talented people. Like Beyonce isn't like a zombie, for example. You
She's
know, and she makes her music.
she's a good entertainer.
Yeah, doesn't she make a
She
lot of
is
her own
a
music now?
she is a I'm just gonna say she's a great entertainer and say that Aretha Franklin was a great singer.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. But please note the change in my words there.
Interesting.
Mm.
uh,
Adele is a great singer. Beyonce is a great entertainer.
Damn, really? You're going there?
Mm.
Wow. Bold stance, Winona.
What do you mean?
You don't insult the queen. You don't
I'm not
insult Queen
insulting
Bee.
her. She's a great entertainer. She is. She's a great entertainer.
It's funny. Uh, you should expand on that in an after hours rant.
Oh God.
I've been getting my rant rocks off lately. You could do the same thing if you wanted to.
My turn to rant on random things that don't relate to J-Rock, but relate some way, somehow to my life or music.
6 degrees of Japanese and music culture. That's my role. Let's see. Ouch, poor Hyde, says chat.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be poor Hyde. Hyde's got money. Hyde's doing good. You know what? This relates now because we're talking about Hyde. He just announced his own Halloween party because, Vamps can't do it. They're on hiatus. So he's going to do his own with a bunch of people in masks.
Yeah, I like that though. I enjoy that.
He's like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna keep doing my Halloween party under Universal Music. So that's what he's doing.
Do you know that Halloween party is responsible for our most viewed video on our channel?
The old one?
Yeah.
The previous Halloween party?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the old
James
Halloween party.
James did a countdown, which...
Oh yeah, with their first Halloween party, their Halloween Junkie Orchestra, right?
And he used Halloween Junkie Orchestra. I don't know how it didn't get taken down. It might be flagged for monetization, but he's using it in the thumbnail, like the PV, a frame from it, like a very prominent looking frame from it. And I don't even think he intentionally meant to do this. I think it was the hot topic of the countdown. But a bunch of people, I think he said, clicked on it because they thought it was the PV.
I mean, when that PV came out, it was like the Avengers Infinity Wars of its time because it had like everyone in it. It was just a random set, a random collection, not random, but like a really good random collection of people in the Japanese music industry. Like you had them from J-pop and Visual K and everything in there, and like it was just such a group of A-list Japanese celebrities that everyone was into it.
Just for fun, man.
Also Halloween's a big deal in Japan. And I think Hitsuki from Nightmare was one of the first people in that band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, people were like super into it. And I think Kari Pami Pamu ended up in there at some point, or no?
There's that lady that's got the girl that's got like the 2 alter egos, like where one of her's wearing glasses and one of her's wearing like gothic eyeliner or something.
Yeah. I remember she was in there. I think one year Shinya was in there from Duran Gray. Yeah, Shinya from Duran Gray was in there one year because he had Naoto make his costumes custom.
Yeah, so that's the story of how we randomly have one video with over 100,000 views from like forever ago.
Yep.
So weird. It's funny though. All right, so now that we got the contender thing out of the way, and somebody did say like place your bets. Could be, could not be. Good night to Kimiko, by the way. If she's going to bed, I think I saw she said that. Even the Gazette and even the Gazette and Spooky Box look awesome. Those were some. I enjoyed those concerts.
A-tier pictures, man. Fucking awesome pictures, man.
The Lucy one, the heavy one, the second one, where they're dressed like the crazy carnival stuff, where Rookie looks like a zombie version of like his cockroach look, like his look from the Cockroach PV. Like, oh, it was savage. It was straight savagery. And then the other one, they were wearing the Dr. K. I forget what it's called. I always forget. The doctor, where they're wearing the medical outfits and stuff.
Irioke.
Yeah.
Irioke.
They're wearing Irioke, and they like almost never wear that, except like in, I think, what that one EP is that they had that Mad Marble Hell Vision was on in number 666.
That was a long time ago.
Madara. So they're wearing Irioke, and it's like all of anything that by them that's remotely new metal or like snappy alt metal or progressive metal. So it's like, 13 Stairs -1 and Dim Scene and Naraku and Bathroom and like it's just like every song that hits any person that grew up in the thousands in the 2000s, like.
Of Visual K.
Yeah, of anything, because it's like all those songs that the Gazette's made that like kind of pull off of that, like Faint by Linkin Park, Numb by Linkin Park.
Rest in peace, Chester Bennington.
Even the darker side, but still kind of pulls at your heartstrings, like the old school Slipknots and stuff, like first two albums, like all that stuff. Anything all about that's slow or brooding, like it was great.
All the spoopy stuff.
All right, so we've been going a little while, so I'm gonna try and skip through and get to I want to get to the more out there ones. So that was Attack on Titan. We did. And then 3 Deep Red Nights at Makuhari Mess. New York concert with the Philharmonic Orchestra. Wait, am I behind? No. Is this out of order? Maybe this is out of order. Yeah, this one's old. Whoops. I don't know how that got in there. I don't know if I trust this list all of a sudden. I clicked on a tag and it's through a search. Eesh.
What are you looking at?
The press releases.
Oh, Resonance Media press releases.
Yeah. I was trying to avoid just going to the main thing and just going older post. But
you might have to just do older post.
Yeah, I think I may have it here.
Okay.
Press release, Extra Premium partners with LA's Grammy Museum. Okay, yeah, that's where I was. Yeah, and the premium gigs thing. And okay. Coachella. Extra Premium proves Rock's not dead at Coachella. Okay, here we go. Yoshiki's character, Yoshiki, makes strongest start ever in yearly Sanrio ranking.
Oh yeah, that was the one. That was one of the ones that I mentioned before. Sanrio had a contest to see who is the most popular character that they have, and Yoshikitty was up on the board because that's a Sanrio character, And the story behind Yoshikitty becoming a Hello Kitty, a Sanrio character, was like, one day Yoshiki had Hello Kitty wearing an X Japan shirt, And it was like, oh, haha, so cute, ha ha ha. But then Sanrio called, and we're like, but what if though? And then Yoshikiri was born. So, um,
Your move, chat.
yeah, I know, right? So yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what happened. That's the TLDR of the whole thing, like honestly. Um, but yeah, so for this contest, like we got a lot of press releases, like on the like. I think what happened was Yoshiki said if Yoshikiri won, we'd. Oh man, what were the things he said he'd do? There was something he said.
I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna put any spin on it or anything.
Just read what was in the press release because we were just like, and like
they can put it together. They can put it together.
Yeah, it didn't relate to what we write about. Is all I can say.
Kimiko's like, all right, I'm heading to bed now. Yeah, there you go.
Wait. It had to do with the album, I believe. One of them or something.
I'm gonna read it through. Well, let's just see chat reaction. No.
Okay.
No, nothing. So, Yoshikiri, the popular Sanrio character based on X Japan's leader Yoshiki, got off to one of her strongest starts ever in Sanrio's character competition. Ranked 4th on the first day, right behind Hello Kitty in 3rd. Yoshiki aims to have the character ranked 1st this year with the help of powerful backup from fans across the globe who can vote daily to support the spiky-haired, headbanging rock star of Sanrio's lineup. Yoshikiri, created by the collaboration between Yoshiki and Hello Kitty, is the first Sanrio character based upon a real-life figure. Yoshiki also created the Hello Kitty theme song, Hello Hello, which was dedicated to the late Sanrio VP. The Sanrio character ranking contest, held for the 3rd time. Sorry, give me 1 second. Earbuds cut out. Stupid wireless earbuds. Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. The Sanrio character contest, held for the 33rd time this year, is a month-long voting event featuring the top 100 Sanrio characters selected out of 450. Every year Sanrio fans wage a fierce battle in order to achieve victory for their favorite. Yoshikiri placed 12th since 2015. She has succeeded in ranking in the top 10 for 2 consecutive years. Yoshiki voted for his own character on his phone call during the episode of Yoshiki Channel, which was broadcast May 10th. He also sent an encouraging message live from LA to Yoshikiri, who made an appearance, and urged her to aim for 1st place. In addition to this, 3 public promises were made during the broadcast, which are to be carried out if Yoshikiri succeeds in placing 1st. 1. Yoshikiri will play the drums on the Yoshiki Channel. 2. X Japan will release their new album, *. 3. Yoshikiri will collaborate with Nyango Star, the mascot who previously wowed Yoshiki with his drum cover of X Japan's Kurenai.
I mean,
let's keep going. No, I don't see any. I don't see any problem. X Japan added that, or Yoshiki added that X Japan's album will be released regardless of whether Yoshikiri places 1st or not.
Yeah, that was like one of the main things. It was like reading it. It was like, dude, like you were gonna release the album regardless, but we want to know when the album's gonna come out. Like,
but is that like an actual reassurance? Is it?
I don't know. I think it was like, them asterisking the whole Yoshiki will X Japan release their new album if Yoshikiri wins. Like, that was supposed to be the thing that caught everyone's attention because everyone's been asking about this album for the past like 10 years, and knowing that everybody's been waiting for it, like they were hoping that this would light the fire.
I literally got a heart attack just trying to casually read that as like number 2 out of a list of 3. Like,
right,
it sticks out so much, and I'm just like,
I know, even without the asterisk. But then like saying that, it's like, we want to know the day it's gonna come out. Like, we know it's gonna come out, but we want to know when, because at this point it's like there's no when.
I think I'm finally where you're at. I was a little slow on the draw here. I was like they were being like, okay, well, we'll release the album when we win, but we will still eventually release the album even if we don't win. You're like, it's coming out at some point, and they're saying it this way, but it doesn't change anything if they win.
Yeah.
I'm there with you now, and I'm depressed. And I'm
Like,
depressed.
It's not like they're gonna drop it when YoshiKitty wins. Like, oh yay, we won. Here's the album. No, Yoshiki doesn't even think the album's done yet.
Why not? Wait, why not?
He wouldn't release it if he doesn't think it's done. So.
If Hello Kitty thinks that YoshiKitty is ready to be a star, I think
Sanrio. Hello Kitty, Sanrio.
is that her last name?
No, Sanrio is the company that
Okay.
owns all the characters.
I know. I'm just sorry, being pretend dumb American. Pretend in quotes.
Yeah, pretend.
Likewise, Yoshiki is visibly happy to hear heartwarming news during YoshiKitty during a hectic time when he is putting the finishing touches on his band's new album. Chat's very silent right now.
Chat's like, yo, we're done.
This is what we were saving you for.
No, I'm telling you, no, like this is the thing though. They're not interested in this. This is literally what I was like. This is why it's not something that they'd be interested in hearing about.
Well, it's and that's what I want to know, like for sure. Is kind of what bringing it up. So.
It's like it's not that it's totally irrelevant. It's relevant because it's Yoshiki, but it's irrelevant in the sense of what people want to hear. Like, it's cool that YoshiKitty's in this contest, and it's cool that they're trying to like reach out to their audience and say, hey guys, show your support for us by doing this thing. But at the same time, we've never gotten press releases about X Japan having a contest with Loudwire, you know, when they do the cage match and stuff like that. I know that that's like more third party than the Sanrio contest is, but it sits on a similar level where it's like you're reaching out to people to get them to act on something.
I just think chat's like frozen in suspense. They want to know if you won. If you won. So the next press release is YoshiKitty in a 3-way race for the top spot in Worldwide Sanrio ranking.
I don't know if they're in suspense.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But
I doubt they're in suspense.
Did he win at least?
We don't know. All we know is that it was in a 3-way race for the top.
Okay, here's some nice stuff. I think this is where my personal knowledge drops out. Maybe. June 17th, press release, Yoshiki announces performance at Lunatic Fest 2018.
I knew about that.
And
it's kind of a big deal.
That already happened. Is Lunatic Fest recorded?
No, Lunatic Fest is in Japan, and it's Lunasea's festival.
Right, but is it recorded or broadcasted or something?
No.
Okay.
It's not. And even if it were, we wouldn't be able to get our hands on it. I think there is a DVD that gets released though.
I see clips from, and I want to say it was on an official channel.
No, I think there is a DVD that gets released, but I'm not sure.
This will be the first time Yoshiki has performed solo at a music festival, starting with his classical performance at LA Grammys. Yoshiki has been holding solo concerts in dozens of countries throughout the world. I'm sorry to all the fans who were hoping for X Japan to perform. This is Yoshiki speaking. This time I will be performing solo, but I'd like to do my best to bring energy to Lunatic Fest for my precious friends in Lunacy. I promise to impress you. Please be cheering for me.
Yeah, that was in Japan.
So is he kind of committed to the classical shtick for the foreseeable future?
Shtick? It's his life. It's like it's his base. It's kind of like how Picasso still did figure drawings throughout his Cubism career.
Okay.
So the classical part is his base layer and foundation. He's gonna hold on to it no matter what.
Asuka says she zoned out during our in-depth YoshiKitty discussion.
See, I told you.
All right, I need you to. I'm not going to read the whole thing. There's a section that I just want you to be cognizant for, Asuka. I'm going to read it one more time, okay?
There's a very specific.
Feel free to give your thoughts, etc. So
Read
Yoshiki voted for his own
show.
character on his phone during the episode of Yoshiki Channel. He's on a show and stuff like that. He also sent an encouraging message to his Yoshiki kitty. In addition, he made 3 public promises which were made during the broadcast, which are to be carried out if Yoshikitty succeeds placing first. 1, Yoshikitty will play the drums on Yoshiki Channel. Okay. 2, X Japan will release their new album. Asterisk. Okay. Well, okay. 3, Yoshikitty will collaborate with Nyango Star, the mascot who previously wowed. Oh God, what did this send me to? Wowed with his drum cover of X Japan's Kurenai. Yoshiki added that X Japan's album will be released regardless of whether Yoshikitty places first or not. Fans from all countries can vote for Yoshikitty once a day from all their devices. PC, smartphone, tablet. I'll just leave it at that. Back to Lunatic Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean that's about it for Lunatic Fest, I think. So I don't know. I'm starting. Maybe I'll just do 5 things, 5 crazy things. All right. Asuka says I vote for number 2. Those weren't the voting choices. Those were his 3 promises. If Yoshikitty wins, so Yoshikitty has to get number 1. And then the album will come out, but it will also come out if he loses.
Yeah.
You don't understand because you're not woke enough.
I think I'm plenty woke. No, I'm kidding.
Press release: Yoshiki shocks fans at Lunatic Fest with Hide collaboration and all-star guest performances. June 29th, 2018. Yoshiki shocked fans at Lunatic Fest 2018 with a moving tribute to X Japan guitarist Hide and guest collaborations with members of Lunacy, Glay, and Muck. This would make so much money if they live streamed it.
Japan doesn't believe in live streams.
I don't buy it anymore. I just found a Patreon page where an anime studio is fully funded themselves. I don't buy it. I don't buy it anymore.
The music industry, Japanese music industry.
Well,
anime industry is a totally different.
It's next.
Totally different game. No, that's a totally different game. They're like trying to get a handle on themselves. For a little while there was Daisuki.net that was trying to like self-produce anime, or at least like do the thing that Crunchyroll does, but it's Japan. It's like straight up from Japan, but that failed.
Well, I've seen the response to Lori simply just Facebook live streaming Viva Rush's performances any which way she can.
It's easy with indie bands though,
and it's thunderous,
Yeah, it's easy with indie bands. The larger bands are a little more hesitant on stuff unless it's a proven. They wait until something's been tried and true. Then
this would be a thing where you would want to. You wouldn't want to do it all on your own, probably.
Yeah.
You would want to become a YouTube partner, go through Sony, like how Coachella does, Just have like a, I guess a Sony and a Warner, just like live concert streams, kind of series or something. They would make bank, man.
They make bank already.
Do they?
Yeah.
Didn't someone just get bought? Like bought out?
Who?
Isn't someone merging with someone?
Who? Oh no! I told you that Emmy was being acquired by Sony.
Yeah.
But that's a publishing company. That has nothing to do with what happens with their artists. Like, I think Miyavi ended up moving to Virgin record label. Like, all the artists that were under Universal are still under Universal, as far as I know. Yeah, just Emmy. But I meant these artists. Like, the artists at Lunatic Fest are are making bank as it is.
You think Muck is making bank?
I think Muck is doing okay.
You think Muck deserves to be doing just okay?
I think Muck deserves more, but they're doing okay.
I think Muck deserves a Patreon and a live stream where I can super chat them.
I think that's what Garugamesh needed.
I think if they had that, they never would have left.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I think that's what they needed, a Patreon and a super chat.
Ugh.
I think if Rio and me just started that on their own just to keep the band going afloat, it would have been fine. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna check and see if there's any more relatively. Oh God, what am I on? What is this? I have a Chrome window that's the exact size as the Safari window that I have in OBS.
Oh no!
I clicked into it for like 30 seconds. No, like it doesn't show on stream, but I was like, I probably just looked like I was actively doing nothing on my screen, or on the stream. So, to be fair, that's probably what it always looks like. Okay, good. So Lunatic Fest, I'm caught up on that now. Do we want to? Yoshiki donates 10 million yen to heavy rain disaster area in western Japan. Yeah, that happened. What else is there? Yoshiki performs marathon of sold-out dinner shows in Tokyo. Yoshiki releases Instagram preview of Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, the Attack on Titan song, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yoshiki makes surprise Fuji Rock appearance with Skrillex.
Mm-hmm. That was interesting.
Hello again to all my friends. Together we can make
See,
some rock
if
and roll.
Yoshiki, if they got Skrillex involved with their Coachella performance, it would have been lit. I don't know what would have happened, but that would have been lit.
No.
No.
It took someone like Korn to make it work, like passably with Skrillex, man.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's right. Never mind. I forgot about that. I forgot about that moment.
These aren't VK bands.
I take it back.
Yeah.
Take it back. Let's just put in like Steve Aoki.
Well, I'm a little concerned. I mean, I'm kind of a little concerned because they had that interview with Consequence of Sound where they said that they're going in on rock in terms of experimentation and like different sounds and styles, and they want to bring rock back and all of that. That could either work out really well, or it could work out really cringe. I don't know which one it's gonna be. But
they're trying to.
I know
rock is
no
dead.
one listens to Skrillex in 2018.
I don't listen to Skrillex in 2018.
All right, but anyway, it is interesting, I guess. So
the thing is that everyone. Okay, here's where the problem is. Skrillex was in the headline because Skrillex was in the headline 5 years ago. And sometimes you need to realize that that some artists, if this is a general statement, if an artist doesn't continue to produce like good work consistently and maintain the headline that they once got, then they're going to end up being old news. And rather than being an icon, they're going to be a legend or a legacy. And you don't want to be a legend because that means your history. You want to be an icon and live forever. But Skrillex is a legend. Mm-hmm. And when you put a legend in a headline, it adds up to, oh, hey, that's pretty cool, rather than, wow, I need to know more about this shit.
He was legendarily trendy, right?
That's part of the legend.
So he was
a legend.
Right. So like in that spirit, I'm reaching out in the dark a little bit here, but like that's, I think, the big danger for rock artists when they're collaborating with
legends,
with No, with people with
Trends.
signal boosting.
Trends. When they
Yeah,
collaborate with trends rather than with talent.
no, but that's the problem is that it's a big artist. He still
No,
makes big
yeah.
tours, but he is not the trend right now. Okay, if you had said he showed up at a Jack U concert, I would be a little less concerned, which is Skrillex plus Diplo. That's a
Uh,
newer project. That's it's playing with like the dance hall stuff, like that. Like that's all like
yeah.
that's it's not like bro step is like it's out of there. So
Yeah.
you don't want to hang like if he's onto some new stuff, but he's not onto some new
No,
stuff.
we're
That's
we're
concert.
we're on the same page about this, Jeff.
Yeah.
We're on the
Okay.
same page about this.
Yeah.
Just yeah, if it were like Yoshi's with LSD, which is Labyrinth, Sia, and Diplo, that would have been pretty cool.
Yes.
Granted,
Yes.
that's a newer group, but that's a super group nonetheless with really big
That sounds
fans.
awesome. I didn't know Sia
Exactly.
and Diblo were working together. I will have to check that out.
Yeah, it's Labyrinth, Sia, and Diplo. It's been all over the Sony buildings, and there's something going on. I don't know how much I can talk about it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So, that's the problem is when you're so legendarily trending like Skrillex, it's great in the moment, but like then later on, a lot of times you become kind of cringe.
Just a legend. He's just a legend now.
Well, yeah.
Low key.
I mean, nobody's gonna hate on him for you know,
Nobody's gonna hate him. Nobody hates a legend, but he's a legend.
but will you cringe a little bit if you see one of your favorite artists
I mean,
endorsing him in 2018? Like,
don't you usually cringe a little bit at the past when it comes up? Don't you? Like, I mean, hey,
Yes.
like,
Yes,
it's
but
like
this is the present, and this is what I'm seeing, and this is the future. This is a future friendship,
I think
apparently.
I think this situation would have been better lived on Instagram, like when when like Yoshiki puts up pictures like, hey, I'm with Will I Am, or hey, I'm with like Britney Spears. You're like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool, but
Well, there is an Instagram video embedded here.
that doesn't end up being news in the hopes of becoming a headline, and nothing there's nothing really being born of this, right? Like there's no release coming out of this, right? Unless there is, which is
I
a
hope there's
little
not. That's the
concerning.
thing. Like that's why I was.
This is gonna be concerning, but they hadn't
Yeah.
mentioned anything. They just said, hey, they performed live together, right? Is that what it said? Or they're just there together at this festival?
Okay,
I
so
don't
he appeared at Skrillex's concert
Okay, yeah,
on stage.
he just was at the concert. He was
The
just at the
40,000 fans at the main stage were shocked by Yoshiki's arrival. Yeah, they were like, "Who is this guy?" Like, they like, "Where's the crossover here, man?"
Yeah.
All this means is he's been networking like crazy. So
I mean, good for him for working really hard. Like, that's awesome. But
yeah.
I don't. I feel like, okay, maybe this is one of those press releases just to say, hey, look, he showed up and surprised an audience. He surprised the crowd, kind of like Coachella.
Oh, Skrillex made a special mix he made for Yoshiki. He made Yoshiki a mixtape. Oh,
That's the collab project.
that's the OG
She takes
bromance romance.
she
Uh,
takes the mixtape and puts his stuff with it.
Yeah,
And
well,
then
yeah, well, he played a special mix he created for Yoshiki, and Yoshiki began to perform Extra Pan's "Endless Rain" on a crystal piano.
that's it.
Imagine seeing like this guy playing on a crystal piano at a Skrillex concert. I guess I
That's
don't know
just
what goes on at Skrillex concerts these days. I know it used to go
feel
on. Just a lot of robotics and stuff, like a lot of.
I don't think anything would fit. I just don't think it would fit.
It's clashing as I read the words.
It's cool that they met and that they know each other. I don't know about these brands mixing unless you really have to be gifted in the art of mess to mix these brands.
You have to be really gifted at making sure your fans don't get nervous just seeing this, you know?
I know. I don't know. That's mixing. This the art of finesse of mixing these two things together. I wonder what it sounded like.
Do you guys know how long I waited for Cubana 2013 just to see them not air? Poofed.
Dang.
Dang. Sony also acquired Century Media, I think.
Century Media. I didn't get a press release on that over the summer.
Not Muck, Mook.
You're right. It Muku. Muku.
Mook.
Mook.
Lynch played at Lunatic Fest. Whoa.
Lynch did play at Lunatic Fest. Yes, they did.
I missed your chats, Asuka. You haven't been around. Now I'm getting a whole missile strike of them.
Asuka hasn't been around. I haven't been around. High five, Asuka.
Wow. Really makes you think.
Me and Asuka are the same person. It's a conspiracy.
Isn't X also a legend with a legacy? Did it say? Were we talking about legacies? Oh, we were talking about
We're talking
yes.
about legends versus icons. Right now, I don't know. X Japan,
they're a legend in Japan.
They're a legend in Japan. That's true. They're trying to get started in the US still. Like they're definitely going. They're a big deal. Like they're one of those bands that people look at them and be like, "Wow, what a legendary band from Japan." So yeah, they're kind of a legend. They're a legend in the US too. They have a ways to go before they become an icon in the US.
Yeah.
And you're just like working hard on making them an icon, but it's don't work with legends.
It's tricky, man, because it's like Skrillex is a legend internationally, but he's a legend internationally because he spent his entire life living and growing up in basically like the cultural high dive platform that is the United States of America, the high diving board, into the rest of like music culture around the world. And he spent his whole life. He was born in line on the stairs, and he was able to grow up climbing up the stairs, and then he jumped off with this perfect English and splashed into the water, and bam, dubstep was everywhere. And it's but it's a process for people that like have to get into America first before they do that, and I guess it would be up for debate if there's another way to go about world domination as a band if you don't start with the U.S. Like going to Europe, I guess, but it doesn't seem to be the way and from what I've seen that like the EDM people like not Skrillex but like the core of the EDM scene started in Europe, came to the US, blew up in the US, came back to Europe, blew it back up in Europe. So, I mean, like, we're like these idiot gatekeepers that have no taste in music and we're missing all this like quality music from other countries.
Mm-hmm.
I can read about it from other countries, by the way, too. It's not just Japan. I can do French. Shaka Punk. It's a criminally underrated punk band. They could dominate here. South Korea, obviously, you got.
Yeah, I tried to have this conversation with some A&R people about how like music from other countries isn't well represented in the U.S. Like it's a lot easier for U.S. artists to get their music to be popularized overseas than it is for like an artist from like what's a good country other than Japan, like Spain, to get their music going anywhere else in the world. Like I don't know what it is. There's something about how the U.S. markets its music and how it how it allows marketing from music overseas into the, I don't know how to explain these words really well, but in at the end of the day, if you look at the Billboard Top 100, the top 40 songs in the world and stuff, it's mostly US artists. It's hardly any global artists. And the whole thing about BTS like getting the American Music Award and all that, like that was a big deal because they're a South Korean artist, and that doesn't happen in the U.S. That doesn't these big awards in the U.S. don't represent artists.
They're gonna keep knocking. I just went to Billboard.com and their
Yeah.
top headline,
No,
like,
exactly. Yeah, they're gonna keep knocking it, and I'm just like,
yeah.
how is it truly global marketing if the global market is just U.S. artists,
I
I
mean,
guess.
they're putting enough pressure. I mean, you had Despacito, like that was
No,
like,
yeah, there's a few here and there that start to like crack the system, break the system down, but
yeah, and it's weird.
the
It's weird because it's like I look at the music that is doing well, and it's like, oh, that's something I would associate with American music. It's the people that made it had the privilege of being born or developing their career or immigrating to America. Any one of those combinations, and so they launched their career inside of America as opposed to an
yeah.
outside artist. Like that's the
Yeah,
real
that's
issue that I don't think like people understand.
no, yeah, that's what I was trying to talk to people about too, like at Sony, but like whenever I tried to talk about it, they're like, "Oh, well, I don't know what to do to help you with that problem." And I'm like, "Dude, like you're in A&R. I don't know what you guys do in the first place." But yeah.
I think we can learn a lot from BTS. I think we can learn a lot from the Latin music industry.
Yeah, how to launch an international career without being in the US, because they're just, not everyone's from the US. Not everyone is going to be, just in general, not everyone's from the US, and there's a lot more music out there that people are missing out on because we're so cut off from it. I
Yeah.
guess we're missing out. We're really missing out, and that's why like a lot of genres are dying and everything's starting to sound the same because we're all of our influences are only from the US, whereas other countries they're influenced by so many different things because they're more open and they hear more things from like the US and from their country at the same time, which makes more unique sounding music.
Yeah, and obviously the internet's kind of split. Caused a lot of people to break away from that kind of group think, but it's still,
Yeah.
you know, as long as like I'll say as long as establishment media in general, like by that I mean like big giant corporations that pretend like they're trying to tell you the truth about things and that they're trying to properly report on things for you as a consumer. Like as long as that remains like a focal point and you know things aren't like fully decentralized to the point where you're on the internet and you're just asking like 100 different people like they're your friend, like your thoughts on this, your thoughts on this, your thoughts on this, where's some good music to get, where's some good music to get, where's some good music to get. Until we get everyone to that point, it's going to be like the same thing because we have noticed this, that people, I mean, they listen to the same shit, here in the States at least. So it's all interesting, and this all kind of ties into Yoshiki because and X Japan because he really is trying to, from everything I've heard or seen, like try and figure out exactly how to network and get in and stuff. So bless the man. I think that's plenty. We've gone in a lot of different directions, and we went pretty late, so maybe we'll stop here and do like we can do the after hours and see how far we go. Maybe cut it short if we're not feeling it. But sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, thanks for checking out. We're gonna jump into. Well, I'll read some of your chats real quick, and then we'll jump into the after hours. Maybe give us like 5-10 minutes. Uno and I sync up, do our buddy check.
Do our you good fam check.
You good fam check. Yeah. Hi, I just realized how late it is. Yes. To market abroad, yes. Alexa, play Despacito 647. Alexa, play Dame tu cosita.
Alexa, play Despacito is the famous last words of Earth.
Yeah, it's so sad. I just fell into a Japanese niche and mostly just listened to this stuff, so I am much different from the herd. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, when you fall into Japanese rock music, it kind of opens your mind up a little bit more to what's overseas, but at the same time, like...
It's always possible you're a weeb, but, like, you know, if it's just Japanese rock, like, you're probably okay. I'm just saying.
If it's
Okay.
just Japanese... Nah, fam, listen to more stuff. Be open to the world and see what's wrong with our music industry. Like, there's a lot going on that really irks my nerves that I talk to a lot of people about. I'm just trying to...
Shaka Punk. I recommend Shaka Punk. They're a French punk band. They sing in English, French, and Spanish.
How you spell, fam?
I'm gonna put a link to it, but it's SHAKAPONK. They have like this French cowboy looking guy, and then this wild punk like light skinned black chick with like the crazy like afro and everything, and they're going wild with their sound. It's so fun and trippy. Apparently they just covered Smells Like Teen Spirit.
I think my main issue is that when I listen to music that's not from Japan, because I haven't been exposed to it in my lifetime in the US, it's all the music on my phone is American artists. And then if I say, hey, I listen to Japanese music sometimes, like that's just such a shock and such a niche. You don't really run into somebody else who says, oh, like that's cool. I listen to like this music from this country other than K-pop, you know, like because K-pop's starting to build a foundation here in the U.S. as a generally accepted music form to listen to, like a generally accepted music language to listen to. But like J-rock or like Chinese pop or Taiwanese pop, like all these, or Thai rock is actually super good, but we don't know that it exists because we aren't exposed to it, because the U.S. has dominated the music market for some reason. Mm-hmm. A global level, which is really weird. So I don't even know what's going on.
Well, I mean, what's going on is we're the global hegemon of the world in like 4 different ways, and so for a long period of time, everybody just kind of was like, okay, we're all going to speak English now, and we're all going to do this, we're all going to do that, and this is some cool music coming out of this country, and
but it never changed.
The problem is that the music isn't good anymore. So I don't know what the exact status of the rest of our position in the world is, but like culturally, it's a little whack.
It's stale now because we're all getting inspired by ourselves. So everything's at a standstill. No one wants change, and everything sucks.
No one's hungry. We're all.
No one's hungry for anything new because they don't think anything new or better could be produced because they haven't heard anything from anyone else. They think all the legends were the icons, and they think that was the peak of performance of art.
I think we can leave it at that. That was pretty epic. It's about it. We'll have to. This has been a good warm up for when we do our double rant where we double team Rock being dead. We gotta work that into this week. But we're gonna go to the after hours where I believe our topic is why Visual K isn't mainstream yet. We can define that however we want. But yes, Asuka, I believe we would like some Bangladeshi rock or metal. So with that. Thanks for watching, guys. I know this one was a little bit more rambly. We kind of just wanted to like poke around with the Yoshiki thing, see how people reacted, see how we felt about stuff, and we're gonna try and put together some sort of article kind of covering this, because we want to get some coverage out. If there are Yoshiki fans, we're kind of trying to figure out like a cool, the best way to do it, and definitely had stuff to say about it too, because it is Yoshiki. So, all right, we will talk to you guys in a bit. Bye.
Bye.